Good morning, all. Hope you're doing well. I hope most of you would be knowing that I'm in Lebanon now and I will be here till the 19th of December. So I've come here for a project for my company, which is a container shipping company, CMA. So we're setting up a new office here in Beirut, Lebanon. You must be familiar with Lebanon that it had a lot of crisis, partly because of the debt that the government had to pay, and the banking sector collapsed. There was a lot of poverty rising up in this country, and there was a lot of chaos in the way the government was handling different situations. A lot of people were leaving the country because they didn't have good paying jobs and they were emigrating to other countries. And then the financial crisis also happened when the currency, it devalued more than 80%. So those who were getting paid in the local currency felt the brunt of this economic crisis. And also people who had their monies in the banks, they were not allowed to withdraw them. So the local people were going through a very tough time. So which is why my company also wanted to set up a center here, because the owners are from Lebanon and they wanted to help their countrymen. So just a brief update about Lebanon. So the people out here are very friendly people. They have been through a lot all throughout their lives. They face different struggles and they take it up with a smile, saying that yes, we have a lot of struggles, but then we know how to adapt and overcome and keep moving on. So that is the nature of Lebanese people, which is very good to see, and it's very surprising to see how positive they can be in spite of all that they've gone through. I'm sure most of you would be aware about the recent incident which happened one year back, when there was a big explosion in this country. So if you were to read in the internet, you will get to know that there was a ship that was taking dangerous cargo, which was basically ammonium nitrate, and it was actually heading towards Mozambique. But because they couldn't, they wanted to take an additional load from Lebanon, and by trying to load this additional cargo, they damaged what was already available in the ship. So because of this, they were found unworthy to continue the journey, and over a period of time, all the contents of this vessel was offloaded and stored into the terminal complex. And where they stored all of this dangerous cargo, there was also some bit of ammunition that was stored. So there are a lot of conspiracy theories as to whose fault was it that this cargo was lying in the terminal for around 6 years. And there's also a lot of talk that whatever was the quantity of ammonium nitrate stored, over time it got stolen and it was used for various making of ammunition by different companies. And when the blast actually happened, they're saying that it was maybe only 20% of what was stored. The impact was only 20% of what would have been the actual amount of cargo that was stored out here. So it shows that there's a lot of corruption happening here, a lot of siphoning of resources, and people getting benefited through illegal means. I have seen these videos and seen different things about how there was a grain silos that was maintained during this in the sport complex, which was storing a lot of grains for the people. And when the blast took place, this kind of was like a bulwark which took a lot of impact of the bomb blast, and it protected a certain section of the people staying the other side. So this bomb blast was kind of like a mini nuclear explosion, if you have seen the videos of how it went. So when I was coming to Lebanon, I wanted to actually see what exactly was the place that was protected by these silos. So I took some pictures which I'll be sharing right now about how the silos look when it took the brunt of the impact. And as you can see, it looks like it has undergone a nuclear explosion. Then I wanted to see the other side, the side that it actually protected. So my friend who was driving me in this place, he went to the other side and helped me take a picture. And what I noticed was that right on the other side was my company building. So when this bomb blast took place, my company office was completely made of glass, the outer walls, and every room was having only glass doors, and only the floor was non-glass. So it was a completely glass made of building. So when the blast took place, all the buildings in this region were affected very severely. And my company, because it was completely made of glass, it also broke, and there was a lot of damage. But thankfully, there was no lives lost, and people were injured, but no lives were lost in the office. So this grain silos that was kept in the port, it actually helped the damage, and it limited the damage that it caused to many buildings, including my office. So this again takes us back to Psalm 91, where God is our refuge and our strength and our fortress. When there is so much of chaos that is happening all over the world, when we put our trust in God, there are things that God uses to protect us. We might not know how and when it will protect. These silos were built in 1960s, and it helped a lot of people in 2020 when the bomb blast actually took place, when this ammonium nitrate actually exploded. So what I want to remind all of you is that we need to keep trusting in God, because we do not know what the future holds for us, what struggles may come our way, and what dangers may lurk in the places where we're working. But as we trust in God, He will be our refuge, He will be our fortress, He will be our bulwark. And just as the grain silos protected a lot of people, including my own building, God will protect us. So keep our faith and trust in Him, for He is our shield. Hope you have a good day. Take care. Bye bye.